Hello and welcome at Football Betting System. Here we are today with the predictions for the 16th of February 2020. So yesterday we stopped at the Mexican League games here at Cruz Azul and Guadalajara. So we will continue now with the actual games on the 16th, starting with the Australian A-League, Western United against Brisbane Roar. We can see that it's number 7 against number 6. 21 points so far this season for Western United, 22 points for Brisbane Roar. And in the last 5 games, Western scored 4 points and Brisbane 10 points. However, in the last 5 home games, Western had 6 points, and in the last 5 away games, we can see that Brisbane had 7 points. So Brisbane is higher in the league, has scored more points recently. However, still, given the whole season overall, plus the home advantage, I suppose, it's going to be 2.48 for Western United against 2.97 for Brisbane Roar, according to our system. When we look at the actual availability of the odds at the bookmakers, it's currently 2.55. And so we will bet 2 stakes, 2 units at number 1 for Western United to win the game. So this is how we will continue and going through all the games. So in the Bulgarian First League, we got Beroe Stara Zagora, number 9 in the league, against Etor Veliko Trnovo, number 10. We can see that Beroe has scored a bit more points recently. Yeah, and overall they are the bigger and more favorite team, so 1.67 for them to win the match. And at the bookmakers we can get that for 1.70, and we can put 3 units on them. In the Turkish Super League we got Alanyaspor, number 4 in the league, against Gençler Birliği, number 13. We can see that Alanya is also pretty good in form as well, and therefore they have a big favorite role in this game. Still, the system tells us to predict either a draw or a win for Gençler Birliği. They should be at odds of 6.09 to win the match, and the odds should be 2.69 for the double X or 2, and we can get them for 2.70, so that is what we will go for. We have Sevilla against Espanyol. Sevilla number 5 in Spain, Espanyol the number 20. We can see that the points scored recently are not that much at all for both of the teams, even though that Sevilla is in 5th place. Still, their last 5 home matches they scored 8 points, and Espanyol in their last 5 away matches only 3, but they did score 8 points in the last 5 games in total. Sevilla is the favorite to win this game, and also according to our system that is what we have to play for at 1.63. Then we go to the Dutch League, Vitesse Arnhem against SC Heerenveen, number 6 against number 10. We can see that Vitesse is in the better form. Heerenveen did not score many points at all recently. Vitesse is the favorite at odds of 2, and at the bookmakers we can get these odds as well, so that's what we will play for. We get them at 2.08, and we bet 2 units on them. Okay, so then we go to the Italian Serie A, Udinese, number 15 in the league, against Hellas Verona, number 6 in the league. So Hellas is having a good season. They scored 9 points in their last 5 games as well. Udinese scored 8 points in the last 5 home matches, however. So we can see here in the statistics of the system that Udinese is still the home favorite, despite being in a much lower ranking in the season. And at the bookmakers we can get them at 2.70 even, so that is a big difference. So the system tells us to bet 2 units on Udinese in this case. Then we go to Aberdeen in the Scottish League. They are number 3 in the league right now. They play against the top of the league, Celtic. So we can see that Aberdeen despite being number 3, they still lost quite some points recently in their games. However, Celtic won all of their last 5 home games. 5 games in total, and also they won all of their last 5 games away. So they are the big favorites. They should be available at 1.53. In fact, they are available at 1.42 only, but still they are the best bet to play for, and therefore 2 units on them. We continue back to the Bulgarian league. We got a city derby, Botev Plovdiv against Lokomotiv Plovdiv. Botev is number 8, Lokomotiv is number 3. However, we can see that the best form at the moment is with Botev. So they had a weaker start in the season. They're still behind, but they have actually caught up a lot with the other teams. So they had 15 points in the last 5 games. So the complete number of points that they could get. Also 10 points in the last 5 home matches. Still, Lokomotiv has 10 points in the last 5 away matches and 8 points in the last 5 matches in total. So they're doing a good job as well. So despite the form, the system tells us to go for Lokomotiv Plovdiv because the odds should be 2.34, and in fact they are available for 2.52. So 3 units on them. Then we continue to Spain. We got Leganés number 19 against Betis Sevilla number 13. The form is pretty much equal for both of the teams. We can see that still, because of the home team being played, so the home team, they're at 2.64 and Sevilla at 3.02. And because of the fact that the game is so tight and Sevilla is also higher in the league, we can play the X and the 2 here, so a draw or a 2 for Sevilla at 1.58, which is almost the same as what it should be, 1.61. We go to the Turkish Super League. We have the number 2 in the league, Trabzonspor, against the number 1 in the league, Sivasspor. We can see that the better form at the moment is with Trabzonspor with 15 points out of the last 5 games, 10 in their last 5 home games. Actually very similar to what we saw here at the Bulgarian match when it comes to points as well. Here we can see that Trabzonspor is the big favorite to win this game, and Sivasspor, despite being the top of the league, they have 4.70. So I would personally say that it would actually give us quite a good deal on Sivasspor here, but the system says no, you should bet on Trabzonspor, and the reason for that is because the 1.98 is higher than the 1.85 that it should be. Okay, so then we go for Royal Antwerp FC. They're number 4 in Belgium against Charleroi, number 3 in Belgium. We can see that also here the home team has the better, most recent form in comparison to the team that is qualified higher in the league at the moment. Still, the home team has the favorite here at 1.98, and they are available at 2.07 at the bookmakers, so we should go for Antwerp here. Then in the Dutch league we have Sparta Rotterdam, number 11 in the league, against Groningen, number 8 in the league. Sparta has won 11 points in the last 5 home matches, so they're a good home side, and Groningen is not such a good away side, so we can see that there is a difference here, and we can see that Sparta is the home favorite to win. Groningen at 3.17, and the system tells us to go for Sparta at 2.64, 3 units on them. Ajax, then the top of the league in the Netherlands right now, 50 points so far this season, 9 points in their last games only, that's not too much for them. 12 points in their last 5 home matches, however. RKC Waalwijk is the number 18 in the league, so that's the number 1 against the last team in the league. They have only 12 points so far in the whole season. Out of those 12 points, they scored 4 in their last 5 matches and 3 in their last 5 away matches. So Ajax is the big favorite here at 1.09. However, we cannot get them for this price at the bookmakers, and therefore the X and 2 option becomes available for 1 unit, which is going to be 13 euros if we win that bet. Officially it should be 12.11, so therefore there is some value in that bet. We could potentially also put just a 2 to see if they win that game, because then we would get something like 48, maybe even more, at the bookmakers at the moment. So that will be a good option as well. If you fancy that, you could bet 1 on a draw and 1 on a 2 as a separate bet, so then you get either 16 or 47 if they win. But then you would bet 2 units and you get only for 1 of the 2 bets you get a profit back, whereas here you would get both of them at the same time. So you can choose for yourself, of course, which one you fancy the most. We continue. We have MVV Maastricht, number 15 in the Dutch second division, against Go Ahead Eagles, number 5. We can see that MVV has won 11 points in the last 5 home matches, but in general they have not performed really well recently. Go Ahead Eagles are doing fine, and also 10 points in their last 5 away matches. So they're the favorites. The Eagles, they should be available at 1.89. However, they are actually available at 2.08. So we can bet on them for 2 stakes for 2 units, and we can see what we can do with that. We continue with Aston Villa in the English Premier League, number 17 currently, against Tottenham Hotspur, number 6. Both in not a very good form, even though the Tottenham is 6th in the rankings. They should be the favorite to win the game as well. However, according to the system, we should definitely bet on either a 1 or a draw, so either on Aston Villa or a draw, and that should normally be available for odds of 2, and they are in fact available for 2.01. So it's a good bet to place, and we'll see what we get for that game. We continue with the French League, so it's going to be Olympique Lyon against Racing Strasbourg, number 9 against number 6. We can see that Strasbourg is also slightly in the better form, but the reputation of Marseille, of Lyon, gives them the overhead in the when it comes to being the favorite of the game, and actually the odds on Strasbourg should be 5.82. They are actually something like that, but they should be for an X and a 2, so a draw and an away win. They should be at 2.35, and we can see that we can get them at 2.27, which is still decent for a team that is actually higher in the league and in a better form. So yes, we should go for this game for sure. Okay, then we have Juventus, number 2 in the Italian league, against Brescia, number 19. Yeah, form-wise, Juventus is definitely the better team. However, they are not in that much of a good form, as in what they normally should have been, let's say, the last couple of years. So yeah, they have dropped some points recently. However, still they are the big favorites to win a game at 1.21. We can actually get them at 1.20, which is not much, but yeah, this is the better bet to place for this game, so 3 units on them. We stay in the Italian league. We got Sampdoria, number 16 against Fiorentina, number 14. Both of them have the same amount of points in their last 5 games, so 7 in total and 4 for their home and their away games. Because Fiorentina is 2 positions higher in the league, and 2 points ahead of them as well, they are the favorites of the game, 2.65, and we can get them at 2.81 at the bookmakers, so that's quite a good deal, so we should place 2 units on them. Then Sassuolo against Parma, number 12 against number 9. Oops, let's get this away. Number 12 against number 9. 10 points in the last 5 games for Sassuolo, 7 in their last home games, 7 and 7 for Parma in their away games. So Parma is the underdog in this game, despite being in a higher league position, at 2.19 for Sassuolo. However, the system tells us to go for a draw or a Parma win. That should be for 1.84. We can get them for 1.91, which is a good deal again. So yes, we play that one. We continue here with the German league. The first, the FC Köln against Bayern Munich. Number 13 against number 1. Köln is in a very good form, 12 points out of the last 5 matches and also 13 out of the last 5 home matches. But Bayern Munich is Bayern Munich and they do something similar as well, and they are the top of the league, so they are for sure the favorites at 1.27, and we can get them exactly for that price. So yeah, there is maybe some value actually at FC Köln if you want to go for a 1 and an X for 4.70. If you can get something similar to that, probably maybe a bit lower than that, but you might actually be able to get something similar, and then it's probably a good try that you can do. Or you can go for a separate one, either a home win or a draw. You might never know. You can always give it a try if you fancy that, given the fact that they actually do have a really good recent form of 12 and 13. So yeah, there's definitely some value. However, the system tells us to place a bet on Bayern Munich here. So we got Eibar in the Spanish league against Real Sociedad, number 16 against number 6. The form of both teams is not very good. However, given the fact that Sociedad is a bit higher in the league, 10 positions even, yeah, they are the favorites at 2.55. We can get them at the bookmakers for 2.70 even. So 3 units on them for this game. Again, a game in the Bulgarian league. Dunav Rusa, number 11 against Chernomora Varna, number 6 in the league. We can see that Dunav Rusa has not won a single point in their last 5 home matches. So they have lost all of the matches at home. Not a very good record for them. Only 4 points in their last 5 games in total. Chernomora, not a super good form, but an okay form, I would say, and especially in comparison to Dunav. They should be available for 1.81. They are actually available for 1.81, so 3 units on them is a good bet for sure. We go down, we can see Marítimo Funchal in Portugal. 14th position and 16th position for Paços de Ferreira. Again, both teams not in a good form. 2.71 should be available for Marítimo. They are the favorites, and we don't get them for that price at all. We get them a bit lower at 2.47. But most likely they are the better side to play for, even though that they're only 2 positions higher in the league than Paços, but they have the home favor as well. So yeah, the system fancies to play for number 1 here. We stay in Portugal. We have Boa Vista against Belenenses, number 8 against number 15. 9 points for Boa Vista in the last 5 matches, and Belenenses has not that many points at all. So Boa Vista is the favorite according to the schedule, to the system, sorry, and we have 1.87 availability at the bookmakers. So yeah, a little bit lower, but a good bet to place. We go to Switzerland. We get Lugano against Young Boys Bern. Young Boys is number 2nd in the league, and Lugano is number 7. And Young Boys is also in the better form, so they are the favorites to win the game, and that is what the system tells us as well. Again, a bit lower than what we can actually get them at the bookmakers, so 1.87 is what we have to play them for. Then we go to Luzern, number 6 against St. Gallen, the current leaders in the Swiss league. Both of these teams are actually in a pretty decent form. However, Luzern at home scores only 6 points in their last 5 home matches. Still, they scored 12 in their last 5 matches in total. St. Gallen, on the other hand, they are top of the league, so which is very surprising, knowing that they have some good teams in the league like Young Boys and Basel. 44 points, just as much as Young Boys, as you can see. 12 points in the last 5 matches and 12 points in the last 5 away matches. So St. Gallen is the favorite at 1.99, and in the bookmakers, at the bookmakers we can get them at 2.25, which is a very good deal. So we place 4 units on them for sure. Sorry for that. We have Servette Genève number 4 against Zurich number 5, also in Switzerland. Servette has 12 points in the last 5 matches, also at home, whereas Zurich has won 7 points in the last 5 matches and 10 away. So okay, a good form for both of the teams, to be honest. Servette is apparently the favorites according to these odds here that we can see. However, 4.52 and 4.30 for the draws is actually pretty decent, so we should be able to get Zurich at 2.20. We do not exactly, but we get them for 2.15. So 3 units on them is a good bet to play here. In the Netherlands League, we got Willem II against FC Utrecht. Number 4 against number 7. We can see that both teams are equal in form. However, Willem II, in their home matches, they are pretty decent. So they're definitely the favorite for this game. Even at 2.18, they should be there. However, we can see that we can even get them at 2.64, which is a really good price for them. So we should definitely play for this game. We have PEC Zwolle, number 15 in the league, 6 points and 7 points in the last 5 matches. Against Feyenoord, number 3 in the league. They have 15 points in the last 5 matches in total, so they won every game. And 11 points in their last away matches as well. So they are the favorites for sure, 1.83. We can get them at 1.75. So yeah, we can place 3 units on Feyenoord here. We go to the French League, Stade Brest against AS Saint-Etienne. Number 13 against number 15, so not too good in the league. We can see that Brest has an okay form with 8 points and 9 points in the last 5 home matches. Saint-Etienne, on the other hand, is not in form at all. Despite we can see that the Stade Brest is the slight favorite to win the game. But yeah, according to the system, we definitely should bet on them, and I can see why, because of the recent form of Saint-Etienne. Definitely true. And we can even get them at 3.01 even, so that is yeah, pretty decent. So 5 units on Stade Brest, I would say. Stade Reims, then on the other hand, they play against Stade Rennes, so 3 teams with Stade here in these last 2 games. Reims is number 10, whereas Rennes is number 3, and they are also in the better form, as you can see. Still, the system says Reims is the favorite to win this game at 2.63. We can get them at 2.75 even, so 5 units on them according to the system as well. Then the Turkish Super League, Galatasaray number 5 against Yeni Malatyaspor. Number 10 in the league. Yeni is not in a good form at all, whereas Galatasaray actually is. 15 points in the last 5 matches, so they won every game. They are the big favorites at 1.58, and we cannot even get them for that price. We get them at 1.45 only. Yeah, but this is the bet to place here in this game. We continue with the English League, Arsenal against Newcastle United. 10 points for Arsenal, 10th in the league for Arsenal, 12th in the league for Newcastle. Both of the teams not in a super good form, both of them in a sort of okay form. Arsenal is the big favorite based on history. Newcastle, on the other hand, has quite some decent odds here at 6.97, and we can even get them at 8.75 at the bookmakers, so 2 units on them. Not a very high chance of winning the game, however, if they do, then the value is very good on them. So yes, this is why the system bets on them. We get Scottish Premiership, Kilmarnock against Hibernian. Kilmarnock number 7, Hibernian number 6. We can see that 9 and 7 points for the last 5 home matches for Kilmarnock. We can see that Hibernian is in a slighter less good form, even though that they are 1 point, one league position higher and 1 point as well than Kilmarnock. According to the system, Hibernian is a slight favorite, but they're like really close to each other. But we can get Hibernian for 3.19 at the bookmaker, so that is a pretty good offer that we can follow. So yes, 3 units on Hibernian for this game. The Jupiler League in Belgium, RC Genk against Standard Liège, the number 6 against the number 5. We can see that Genk is in a slightly better form, and they are therefore also, with the home advantage, the home favorite, the favorite to win the game at 2.43, and we can get them at the bookmakers at 2.60, so we place 3 units on them. We continue to Germany, Mainz 05, 15th in the league against Schalke, number 6 in the league. Both teams not in a good form, however Schalke a little bit better, and they're also higher in the league. They're available, so they should be available for 2.30, but in reality they are available at 2.59, so 2 units on them is a good bet for sure. Cagliari against Napoli, number 8 against number 11. Not in a very good form. Napoli in a slightly better form. They're also the favorites, even though that they are lower in the league. Also because of history, of course, because Napoli has been doing much better in recent years, of course. 4 units we should bet on either Cagliari to win or on a draw. That should be normally available for 1.85, however we can get it for 1.99. So yes, we go for that one. We continue with Athletic Club Bilbao, number 9 in Spain at the moment, against Osasuna Pamplona, number 12. We can see that Bilbao is the favorite. The form of both teams is not super good. 1.79 is what they should be, however we can get them at 2.09. So yeah, that's quite a good deal for a team that is the big favorite in the game. So 3 units on them. Then we get Vitória Guimarães, number 7 against FC Porto, number 2 in Portugal. We can see that Porto is in a really good form there as well. They're a favorite team. They're a really good team, and yeah, Guimarães is a team that is doing okay. Yeah, 7 in the league against number 2. Yeah, Guimarães is the favorite for the game at home at 2.40, according to our system at least. According to the bookmakers, this is not the case. So here is something either completely wrong, or this is something yeah, based on other kind of facts, like other factors that are being counted. However, in our system, the Guimarães is the big favorite, or not the big favorite, but they are the favorite at 2.40. And yeah, because the bookmakers completely yeah, take this game differently, they are available for odds of 4.03. So yeah, we follow the system. So this is why we place the bet on Vitória Guimarães, and we will see if this was a good bet or not in the end. However, when we look at value betting, yeah, then this is a super good bet to place. So the result may show completely different, but yeah, these are the kind of games that we're actually hoping to see, where our system, we trust our system, and yeah, the bookmakers think something completely different. These are the matches that we look for. Zulte Waregem in Belgium, 7th in the league against Excelsior Mouscron, number 11 in the league. Yeah, Zulte Waregem in a better recent form at home versus the away form of Mouscron. But in total, both of the teams are not in form at all. Zult at home is the favorite to win, and also the system tells us to do that. We can get them at 1.81 only, but yeah. Lazio or Roma against Inter Milan. Inter Milan is the top of the league in Italy at the moment. Lazio Roma the number 3. Roma is, however, in a better form, both in the total amount of games, but also home versus away. Still, Inter Milan at 11 points away in the last 5 matches is pretty good, of course. So according to the system, Lazio Roma is the favorite to win the game. We can see that we can get them even higher than that. We can get them at 2.50. So we should give that a go at 2 units. We continue with the French League. Lille OSC against Olympique Marseille. Number 4 against number 2. Another top game. We can see that Lille is in an okay form at home. 12, well, quite a good form actually. 12 points in the last 15 matches. In an okay form in general. 9 points out of the last 5 matches. So the recent games of Marseille with 11 points are better than Lille. However, Marseille at home, away are scoring 11 points versus the 12 of Lille at home. 11 points away, to be honest, is very good. So don't get me wrong there. And also the system thinks that this is indeed something that we have to pay attention to. Lille OSC is the favorite to win a game at 2.35, and Marseille should be available at 3.39. However, if we look at the odds at the bookmakers, we can see that they're available at 3.64. So we should in this case bet 4 units on Marseille and see what we can do there. Then we go to the Spanish league again. Real Madrid against Celta de Vigo. Real Madrid top of the league at the moment, 15 points in the last 5 matches, 13 in the last 5 home matches against Celta de Vigo, who is not in a good form and who are 17th in the league. So yeah, Real Madrid is the favorite to win. That may be clear. We can even get them 1 cent higher than what we can see in the system, so 3 units on them. Then we continue to Portugal. Famalicão against Deportivo Aves. 6th in the league for Famalicão, and Aves is number 18 in the league. Both teams not in a good form. However, because of the league position, Famalicão is the favorite, and the system tells us to bet for them at 1.60 only. We go to Romania. We have Dinamo Bucharest against Steaua Bucharest, city derby. 9 position for Dinamo Bucharest, 3rd position for Steaua Bucharest. We can also see that the recent form of Steaua is much better than Dinamo. However, Dinamo at home is strong with 10 points, but Steaua away is also very strong with 12 points in their last 5 away matches. So Steaua is the favorite at 2.06. We can get them at 1.95 at the bookmakers only, but this is the best bet to place for this game at 4 units. River Plate in Argentina, the top of the league over there against Banfield, number 15 in the league. We can see that River Plate at home has scored only 9 points in their last 5 games. However, they scored 12 points in total in their last 5 matches. Banfield has a very good away record with 11 points in their away rankings, 9 in total, not that very good, but still okay. We can see that according to the system, River Plate is the massive favorite. Odds on Banfield should be 8.17. However, we can get them at the bookmakers for 10.55, which is really high. I would say that indeed River Plate, being the top of the league, is absolutely the favorite to win the game, but to get a team like Banfield with 11 points in the last 5 away matches, there's definitely value in betting the 2 here, so I can understand why the system is doing this. So 10.55 is what we have to play for here. Lanús against Newell's Old Boys. Lanús is number 3 in Argentina at the moment. 8 points in the last 5 matches only, and 10 in the last 5 home matches. Newell's Old Boys are number 7 with 9 points in the last 5 matches and only 5 in the last away matches. So we can see that Lanús is the favorite to win at odds of 2, and in fact we can get them at 2.41. So we play this game at 1 and we placed 4 units on them. We continue with a few more matches. We have Club Necaxa in Mexico, number 6 in the league, against Querétaro, number 5. The Mexican league only just started, so they had 8 points so far for Necaxa, 9 for Querétaro. This is then also the same thing as their last 5 home matches, and we can see that when it comes to the 5 matches in total, and we can see in the 5 home matches that the Club Necaxa has 8 points there as well, and Querétaro 6 only in their away matches. That makes Necaxa the favorite to win the game at 2.36. We can get them at 2.43, so we will place that bet over there. Argentinian Super League, Central Cordoba, number 17 against Boca Juniors, number 2. So Boca Juniors is the favorite to win the game, of course, at 1.92. The recent form is not very good, but also not from Cordoba, but for a 17th ranked team, the form is actually okay. Still, Boca is the favorite to win the game at 1.92. We can get them at 1.87. So this is what we will go for, and we put 4 units on them as well. And then is this the last game? Yes, Santos Laguna, number 13 at the moment in Mexico, only 5 points out of their first 5 matches of the season. Tigres UANL, number 8 in the league, 2 points more for them so far, 7 points. Yeah, however, still based on previous results, Santos Laguna is the favorite to win the game. They should be available at 2.19. They are available at 2.15, which is quite decent, so the system tells us to go for them. Okay, so this is it for now. These are the bets that we've played for. Soon, tonight actually, we have coming in the first results of the first games that we played, so we will have the results here in the system soon, and we will have the first progress report, I would say. When it comes to this video, this is the end of it. I will thank you for your time. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of this, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time, and bye bye.